Comparing ourselves to others and feeling anxious, inadequate, or like an imposter is something that everybody experiences from time to time. We are genetically hardwired to evaluate our position in close-knit groups, as it has helped us to avoid being exiled, and it is especially useful in times of scarcity or crisis. What has not helped is that many aspects of our culture and education system, including even the games we play, can make life seem as if we are in a constant competition with others, and we are either a winner or a loser, gifted or disadvantaged, celebrated or irrelevant. When it comes to pursuits for our own well-being, where survival and competition are no longer relevant, social comparison, rather than being useful, brings an underlying threat and striving response, leading us to feel strong and persistent feelings of stress, anxiety, and inadequacy. And it can have a large impact on our lifestyle choices and physical and mental health, and most of all, it gets in the way of us simply being able to have fun. We can't simply switch off our self-comparison, as it serves an important function for our survival. But there is plenty that we can do to turn down its sensitivity and turn up our equally important needs to connect and feel safe. Normal, not special. Nobody asked to be on this planet. We all just find ourselves here. We all want to belong, and we all fear loneliness and pain. We tend to think of people who are highly accomplished in their field as very different from us. And yet, their basic human needs, fears, and desires all boil down to the same as anyone else's. This is true for us too. Our thinking that we are special, or our desire and quest to become special, causes us anxiety and a lot of wasted energy. Because the truth is that we simply share the same right to be here as the other 8 billion people currently on this planet. Through practices such as meditation, we have the opportunity to focus single-mindedly and without distraction on wishing others well. Over time, we strengthen our neural pathways to include feeling warm-hearted towards people who would have once caused us envy and low self-esteem. We make an important shift from considering ourselves in competition with others to being in kinship with them. On the surface, cultivating this attitude seems as if we'd fall into despair and never accomplish anything. In fact, it frees us, as it allows us to collaborate with almost anyone and put our energy into what we love without the limitations that come from worrying about how we compare to others. Dropping into awareness. By developing deeper self-awareness, particularly of the feelings within our body, we can recognize when our behaviors are being driven by feelings of hurt, fear, anxiety, or inadequacy. Once we have noticed the habits we are choosing, we can question if they are the most suitable to meet our needs. For instance, if I feel a nervous compulsion in my tummy and then I choose to go climbing, I may notice that I was worrying that others have been improving quickly and I am feeling left behind. If I really sit with it, this might remind me of a series of deeper childhood pains, of being left behind and feeling unwanted, that sometimes surfaces as a core worry in my present-day relationships. After giving myself some care and nurture, I may still decide to go climbing, but with the awareness of my worries and some deliberate self-compassion for the pains I have gone through, I can take a slight step away from acting blindly out of a hidden sense of hurt and move forward with a more conscious sense of wanting to be in connection with others. Focus on abundance rather than scarcity. If somebody else completes a climb before us or better than us, the rock or the quality of the route does not diminish. Our focus on this instance is on gaining the approval and acceptance of others, which is outside of our control and unpredictable and fleeting at best. However, if our focus is on things that are constantly present and abundant, such as our presence of mind, our senses and internal feelings as we work mindfully through a process, not only do we tend to perform more fluidly in these moments, but we tend to find that we subvert our attention away from our imagined fears of loss and other people. Instead, we return to the abundance of being enough, just as we are in the present moment. These skills are not just a simple mental exercise. They take time to cultivate and involve a focused practice. They also don't make us immune to feelings of envy, hurt, or anxiety, and we will find these feelings pop up from time to time. But it does give us the tools to choose our actions more wisely in the face of our difficulty, so that we can return more quickly to our desires to connect and play and be more joyful. Thank you for watching this video. I'm aware that I've taken a large and complicated topic and kept it brief and simple. I have included some notes and links for further reading on this topic, and I go into more detail about these kinds of subjects during my courses and retreats, and so check out www.swoopcoaching.com if you wanted to find out more. Lastly, I'd like to say a huge thank you, as always, to my Patreons. And you can also help this channel to grow by pledging less than the price of a cup of coffee each month by checking out my Patreon page in the link below. If you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could click the like and subscribe buttons, as it helps the channel to be seen more often. And until next time, I wish you a pleasant life and awesome climbing.